What is up, everybody? All right, now that Gary's got that out of the way, welcome to the Browns Morning Brew, everybody, a part of the Bearded Browns podcast. I'm your host, Michael Wilkes, and as always, we got Sam Lacavera, Gary Lee interrupting Fair, and Logan Bruce. We've got quite a bit to get into this morning, guys, so grab a cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and throw your comments in here as we talk about our Cleveland Browns this weekend. We have some NFL honors to talk about, the nitty-gritty Jim Schwartz departure, and today our show is sponsored by Rust Belt Automotive. Give them a phone call at 216-883-0474, located at 4173 East 71st Street in Cleveland, Ohio. Call Cindy. She will take care of everything you guys need. All the great reviews and everything. Be sure to check them out if you need any automotive repairs. How are you gentlemen doing this weekend? It's this wonderful, cold Saturday morning.
Good, staying warm.
Jim Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz is what Logan says. Just
are we allowed to? Yeah, who cares how we're doing? Are we allowed to swear on today's show?
Send it.
Yeah,
Logan, I wanted to say something when you texted the other day, and you're like, I thought your text said Schwartz re-signed.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. It's the same exact.
No, you said resigned, but I read it wrong. I'm like, oh, cool, he's back. Well, how's he gonna resign if he was already signed? I'm like, wait a minute. Then I looked around. I'm like, oh, he took out. So
yeah,
bye.
I should have clarified. They're the same spelling. I just threw it in there to see, who's positive or which one of you guys are optimistic or not. So I guess it's you.
Yeah. You got to look at the sunny side somewhere. There's some sun.
10-year extension for Jim Schwartz.
You had to kind of see that coming, right? From everything that was leaking out and what everybody was talking about. You had to know that was going to be coming here soon.
As soon as he said
that stuff in his press conference, where pretty much I didn't come here for Jim, like that, where it's like, all right, well, they clearly don't like each other. So
his exact words were, I didn't come here to chip block Jim Schwartz. I came here to chip Myles Garrett.
Yeah. When he was talking about when he wasn't playing him. Yeah. I mean, but it's also true, But then he also said he's going to be, talked about how he liked his scheme and he's going to be keeping that scheme too, So, I mean, he did give credit to Jim Schwartz as well. And I don't think it was necessarily a like or a dislike situation, but, they did compete for the same job. And, how do you feel if you're Todd Monken and you find out that, Schwartz finds out that you get the job and Schwartz throws a fit and leaves the building and tells everybody to go kiss his ass,
I'll quote Logan. He cried like a little bitch. That's what he did. A little temper tantrum and then rolled out. It's sad, dude. You had a top defense under your belt and you rolled out, man. You just, because you're not a head coach now, cry about it, man.
You had a top defense and that you could have gone to the Browns and become the highest paid coordinator in the league. You could have gone to them and gotten a raise and gone to them and said that, hey, man, let me become a top paid coordinator. Let me become assistant head coach. But that's what happens in Cleveland. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Not everything in Cleveland is bad. Cleveland has a good legacy. And it's not just, the legacy that we have with the Browns isn't always good, but in music, we got an incredible legacy. And, in that legacy, we got a really great legacy in hip hop and rap. And on the line here, as we promised, we got a rap legend, and he's from Cleveland, and he's a huge Browns fan. He is the first platinum selling rap artist from Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, MC Brainz. What's up, Brainz?
What's up, man? How you doing there, fellas?
Good.
Good.
Thank you for coming on with us, man.
I see we all nice and orange and brown. I'm looking good with the background.
There you go. Looking good.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely fitting.
I see you live in that orange and brown, don't you?
Absolutely do.
Yeah, man. So how long you been a Browns fan your whole life?
All my life, man. I'm 51 years old. I've been a Browns fan since I was in my underoos.
It's the same thing with me. I tell these guys, I'm one of the older heads on the show. I'll be 50 this year, so we're kind of close in age. I tell these guys, I said, when we came out as babies, They gave us a little smack on the butt, made sure we was breathing, and they were like, "All right, y'all are Browns fans now."
Absolutely.
What's like your earliest Browns memory?
The first one that comes to mind is of course Biner, man, at the 2-yard line.
Mm.
That's my, and I remember that as a kid because I remember my dad had a house full of people and the whole house went crazy. So I know that's not the best memory, but that's the first memory that came to mind, man. It was like huge.
Yeah. See, like I said, we're close in age, so I'm right there with you. We've seen the drive, the fumble. We've witnessed that and watched it, live. So it's like, yeah, as kids,
years?
Yeah, man.
Was the drive and the fumble were back to back? Or at least like a year or two apart. Like they were pretty close.
Yeah, it was something
close.
like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was very close. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, we've been getting our hearts broke forever, but we live and die orange and brown. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, we the best fans in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure, man. Do you so you keep up with them now, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So what do you take of all this mess that's going on with the Browns now, man?
I don't think it's mess. I think it's unorganized, controlled fury. So I think the Browns are going to do their thing, man. It's all in timing. Shador is great. I think the new coach is great. I like his non-losing mentality. He said that's not even part of his recipe, so I can get with that. Got the best defensive guy in the world. Rest in peace to his mom.
That was actually fake news. She didn't pass away. That was.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, somebody with the same name.
Wow, man, that's so freaking mean, man.
I'm glad you brought that up though, because somebody with her name did pass away, but it was not his mom.
Oh wow, man, I'm so happy to hear that, man.
She was alive and well at the NFL honors on Thursday night. So
beautiful. God is good, man. I've been mourning for him in my head ever since I heard that. Man, I hate the internet sometimes.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Team since 1999. So we're right there with you, buddy.
Right. Cool. Yeah, man. And then I had another memory, man, that I can't never forget, man. When I first got my record deal, I was backstage at a rap concert, and I had on my Eric Metcalf jersey. And guess who was backstage?
Eric
Metcalf.
Nice.
So
he's a great dude, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. He saw me, man, and I'm talking about he rolled out the red carpet for me. Whenever I was here, I was there. You know what I mean? I could go to the game anytime I wanted. He saw me with that jersey. He said, "You got a free pass anytime you want, buddy."
Nice. Yeah, that was my favorite player, man. Number 21, forever 21. Playing backyard football, man. I used to try to emulate his running style because that was my guy. That was my guy. I was always a littler guy too. I always liked playing the running back position. So, I mean, I had pretty good lateral movement back in the day. My knees ain't doing that today, but
right.
Yeah, man, he was our all-purpose yard guy. You know what I'm saying? We talked about Greg Pruitt prior, but for me and you, he was our all-purpose guy, man.
And then my guy Webster Slaughter. I loved me some Webster Slaughter. Man.
84.
Loved me some Webster Slaughter. So much flavor.
Were you heartbroken when he became an Oiler?
Yes,
were you one of those guys that was like,
man, I hated to see him go, man.
Yeah,
he was like the cool of the Browns. He was the cool, and I liked Webster Slaughter very much, and he was good.
He was.
I'm drawing
him and Brennan, man, were together. We're just
Brian
something else,
Brennan.
Man.
Brian Brennan. Wow, Brian Brennan is the who's the I know this is off the subject, but who is the point guard for the Jazz? Is that Mark?
John Stockton.
John Stockton.
Yeah,
he's the John Stockton of football. Brian Brennan.
Yeah, at the slot receiver spot, number 86, man. Most definitely.
He was bad, man. He would jump up in the air and fly across the air and catch the ball upside down if he had to.
Yeah, he had no fear going around them linebackers over the middle, man.
No, he did not, man.
And he took some licks. Man, but he kept on ticking, man. He was a soldier for sure.
Yeah, man.
So
hey,
all
I also see that I'm good with the bearded thing going on. I'm looking on the screen. I see a bunch of beards going on here, man.
Right on, man. Looking good over there.
Thank you, my brothers.
I tell these guys I've been a musician most of my life since I was 9. Play guitar. Mike actually plays drums. Logan's a musician.
Wow.
Logan's we're all musicians. And
I sing in your voicemails.
Yeah. I told these guys because I seen that you were a platinum artist, and I was joking earlier. I said, my whole life I ain't nowhere near platinum. I said, the only thing platinum on me is this right here, and that's about all I got. But congratulations to you, man. That's a big thing. Being a platinum artist, man. And
thank you, man.
I read that you were discovered by Michael Bevins. Yeah, correct. And absolutely. New Edition. So you got some background, man. Tell us a little bit. I know we're all Browns fans, but I want to hear a little bit about you, man. Can you give us a little backdrop?
Well, I did a lot when I was coming up in hip hop. It was a lot of talent shows was big then. So I was doing a lot of talent shows, and because I was doing a lot of talent shows, locally I was known. So Michael Bivins, the New Edition, came in town, and everybody started calling me and letting me know they was there. So I went down there about 2:30 in the morning, pretty much auditioned for him. To make a long story short, I gave him a demo tape. About a month later, I was living in Hollywood, recording my first album. My first single dropped in '91. Within 2 months, it was the #1 song in the country. Then my album dropped. I went gold with my album. I got songs with Johnny Gill, Boyz II Men, MC Breed, Jazzy Faye. I just got a bunch. I've been blessed to work with a lot of people, man. And my story, one thing I like to tell people, man, is that you never know what the next 30 days is going to bring. I come from 116th and Union, and it's pretty tough over there. So I came up doing all of the wrong thing, and at the age of 16, God said, "Nope, that ain't what I got for you." And literally 30 days later, I was known by the whole world. And so that's why I tell all my artists and musicians, man, keep pushing, because you never know when your time is. You know what I mean? I did not know I was going to be where I was at 30 days later. You know what I mean? So I try to tell all my artists and everything, keep pushing, keep going. And it ain't no age limit on it. Music is therapy. Music is music. Music is medicine, man.
Absolutely. I kind of, you were over on Union. I actually went to, I was a West Side boy, but I went there in that integrated bus system. Mm-hmm. So my schools where I was over on Martin Luther King Drive. I went to Audubon Junior High.
Oh, wow.
Mount Auburn Elementary. And then my high school was West Tech. Then then I moved my sophomore year out west to Lorain County, and I ended up at Brookside High School.
So you grew up around the stuff.
Yeah, and I got kicked off the bus a couple times, man. So I had to take the RTA down to school. I'll tell you a quick story. I was taking the RTA bus, okay? I got kicked off my bus. This is junior high, okay? My dad was mad. He was so mad. So I had to go for
what'd you do to get kicked off?
No, I don't want to talk about that. That'd be for another show. Anyways, so I was on West 105th. I had to take the, I believe it was the 22 down to downtown public square. And then the first day I did that, I didn't know what other bus I had to take, but I knew if I walked down Kinsman, I'm a bounce into Martin Luther King Drive. And that's a long walk from downtown. Mm-hmm. Yes, so I started heading that way that morning. Right now, you got to picture me. I got a mullet back in the day. I had a little jean jacket on with the band patch on the back, and I'm walking down Kinsman at like 6:30 in the morning. 7 o'clock. And so I'm walking out of downtown. I'm walking down Kinsman. I might have got like halfway to my destination. It was a long walk, man. So it wasn't even a bus stop, an RTA bus stop. And the lady looked at me and she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, trying to get to school. I'm trying to get to Audubon. She goes, "Get on this bus right now. You are not supposed to be walking down the street right now." She goes, "Just sit down, be quiet, and I'll get you over there." I was like, "Thank you. All right." She goes, "This is your bus you need when you get down at the public square. I'm your bus. You'll see this face. You get on my bus. You don't need to be walking down these streets." I'm like, "Thank you so much." So, yeah, it was a rough neighborhood, man. It ain't no joke back there, man. All the gangs and everything, and it just got worse, as we got older because You go from that, grade school, you get into that junior high, and you got the gangs and the drugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I get you, man. We're a little cut from the same cloth, brother.
Absolutely, I see that. I see that. That's a beautiful thing, man. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about, you know, just elevating. You know what I'm saying? Elevating from where you was at in the beginning and pushing forward. And that's what I try to, you know, I talk to a lot of the kids in the schools and stuff like that and letting them know, you know, I go back to that 30-day thing. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You really never know. I'm testimony to that. So I just, you know, I talk to the kids and I just try to push them to be leaders, you know, because we in need of a lot of young leaders today.
Absolutely. And then Logan's up and coming here. He's had a lot of things going on. You can check him out at Logan Bruce Music, right, Logan? I want to speak for you if you want to, you know, chime in and
I was just wondering if the mullet's what got you kicked off that bus.
No, no, it wasn't the mullet. I don't know. I got kicked off a few times, but I'll say one was because I was fighting him. But you know, all we did back then was fight, pretty much. You know,
hey, but you was able to come back the next day.
Yeah, you know, hey, you know how it was back in the day, man. You either, you know, and I was little, you know, I was littler, dude. So everybody messed with me, man. But by the time we got to junior high, they knew if you wanted to scrap, I was not going to say no, you know. So they started leaving me alone, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, grade school was no joke, man. And we used to have cloak rooms. We used to hang your jackets up. That's where you got your scrap.
A lot of things went on in the coat room.
Yeah, a lot of things went on.
Some kid hung them up on the wall there on the hook.
Yeah, so you know, I get it. I get you, man, all the way, man.
And then speaking of the West Side thing, you know, I'm a Rhodes Ram. So
oh, okay.
I was bust out the Rhodes. And
Okay,
I was quarterback for Rhodes when I was there.
Oh, excellent, man. Excellent. That's awesome. I played a little bit. I didn't play football until my senior year. I tried out. I actually made the team, but I went in with a buddy because he was like, come on, man, we always playing backyard football. Even the guys on the football team.
Here we go with the Al Bundy story.
You got to try out for the team. I ended up trying out for the team. My dude ended up getting kicked out because of his grades, and I left with him, it was one regret that I have. I should have stayed with the senior running backs that year all went down. I'd have been starting. So, but you'll have that, man. So I still, you know, I love for the game. You know, a lot of backyard stuff, man.
Nice.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Logan, before Sam stomped on the question he asked for you, do you have any questions for Brainz?
I threw it back at him. I was making fun of his haircut from back then. But no, man, it's cool to have you on here. I guess like a little bit about me. I go into schools and stuff, and I play music, a lot of acoustic stuff too. But I don't know, just what you were saying really hit home. I go into schools, and I've been sober for almost 10 years now. So I like go into school and tell that story, and music is exactly like what pretty much saved my life. It was some music is medicine, all that. I feel the exact same way. Actually, Sam, I go to Brookside a lot and tell my story there. So
nice.
Yeah, it's cool, man, what music can do, bring people together. I'd been doing it for a while, and things go well. Like I have a decent following on social media and whatnot, but probably about like 6 or 7 weeks ago, after the Browns lost to the Titans, I came back and had the idea that I was gonna just write a parody, like I did "Fast Car" by Tracy Chapman, but changed it to the Browns losing the fucking game.
What's your genre?
My genre. It's like a lot of acoustic. I don't know. I have all my production set up over here. It was acoustic, but now like even like some 80s like synth stuff, and like I just mess around with anything. I was actually doing a country song, which I've never done before, for Ray Jr. I don't know if you know, like he's from East Side or East Cleveland, and some other guys. So, but yeah, I came. We might have to get some work in, man. Yeah, for sure. That's what actually Gary mentioned that a couple of days ago. He's like, I'm gonna try to link you guys up. So
there it is.
I don't even like the word try. Let's just do it, man.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right, there you
Boom.
go. Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah,
no try. Do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So, but yeah, the 30 days stuff, man. That's what, as I posted that Fast Car video, I've had videos like go viral before, I guess, but then I woke up the next morning and it was like almost 1 million people had seen it and hundreds of thousands of comments. And it was like, all right, so everything I thought I was doing was like, and then these guys reached out to me. So that's why I'm on the podcast. So like, you don't know where you're going to be in 30 days thing. That's another thing that just hits on.
That's facts, man. Facts.
I've spent $20, $30, $50,000 trying to record real music. And then some stupid ass Brown song that I did is the one that blew.
Hey man, it's not how you get there. It's just, it's not the destination. You'll get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really want to ask you real quick too. So MC Brainz, how did you come up with that? And does that actually stand for, does like the B, the R, the A, does that stand for something?
Yes, it does. It stands for bringing raps and instrumentals nonstop.
Love it. I love that. I love that. Nice.
Yes, sir.
How did you come up with that? I mean, that's
well, back in the day, you and your friends, you go up and down the street and you crack jokes on each other. And at this particular time, we was going, MC, shut up with your MC fat head butt. Shut up with your MC this and your MC that. And we was just, MC butt face and MC. Then one dude said, shut up with your MC brain head. Something like that. And it just stuck with me. I said, dang, MC Brainz. Then I went home and I separated those letters and made it make sense to me.
Nice.
So the first thing that people say to me, all right, so you're the rapper that's really smart, huh? I say, no, I'm pretty smart, but that's not the reason that my name is Brainz. My name is Brainz because I bring raps and instrumentals nonstop.
I like that. That is really catchy. That's what I wondered. I said, it's got to stand for something. So you just explained that right there. Yeah, because you said we used to call it ranking. We'd be in either detention or we'd be in a study hall. And that's all we did. We had mama jokes all day. That's what we did, man. And we made each other laugh and got through it, so.
Yeah, your mama's so short she could sit on the curb and swing her feet.
Yeah, your mom's so short. Your mama's so short.
She made right guard turn left.
Yeah, your mama's so short she could do backflips under the bed.
Your mama's so big. Your mama's so big she ironed her pants in the driveway.
Your mama's so skinny. She can hula hoop with a Cheerio.
Mama's so fat she sat in the corner and a booger squished out of George Washington's nose.
Your mama hair so short she blow dry her hair like this.
One more. Your mama's got a mouth on the back of her neck, eat like this. That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Salute, man.
Good stuff, man. Good
That's
stuff.
a whole new podcast in itself, man.
There it is. We just ranked, man. I ain't ranked in years. We still got it. What's happening? What's happening?
So I'm younger than all these. Like just seeing that happen right there, a bunch of 80s motherfuckers just doing that. That was crazy. You guys have been waiting 20 years to get those back out.
Yeah. Hey, it was ranking and it was pencil breaks, man. That's all we had.
Yes.
That's
the
what
pencil
we had.
breaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's another game you probably never heard of, Logan.
No.
I'll teach it to you.
Right.
The wise old Sam will teach it to you sometime. Young grasshopper.
Tell everybody if I would have told one of those mama jokes back when I was in school, I would have been suspended for a week.
Yeah. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, these kids today can't take that.
No, not at all, man.
That'll be a fight.
Nobody can take a joke anymore, man.
Everybody makes the football team. It's nothing is like it used to be anymore.
Yeah, everybody gets a trophy. I got you. Yep.
Brainz, do you have anything coming up that you want to talk about and let everybody know where they could find you at?
Well, I got my new album coming up. So, we dropping music this spring. I got Hellvale. I got an artist coming out. You can all catch me at MC Brainz, at MC Brainz on everything. I'm excited. I got a bunch of stuff. Got a documentary coming. Got a lot of stuff coming this summer. So I'm pushing very hard this summer to bring out everything that I got going on.
So when that stuff comes going on in the summer, can we have you back on to promote some of that stuff?
Come on, man. I'm having a ball, man. I'm enjoying myself with you guys over here. Of course I'm coming back.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
We'll have probably 3 more quarterbacks on the roster by that time.
Right.
A lot to talk about.
Absolutely. But I appreciate it, y'all. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time, man. We would like to have you back for sure. You can always reach out. Yeah, and you got Gary on your celly. So anytime, man. It was really awesome talking with you, man.
Cool, man. You too, man. I appreciate it again. I can't say it enough. And y'all, man, Keep having a ball, and I wish this podcast much success.
And remember, guys, everybody's talking about MC Brainz. Wait.
No. Before I leave, your mama's so old she pooped dust.
Your mama's so short she can sit on a curb and swing her feet.
Your mama's so fat she uses the VCR as a pager.
Oh, that's good stuff, man. Good
Peace
stuff.
and love, y'all, man. I enjoyed myself. Peace and love, fellas.
Your mama's teeth so yo, she spits butter. Little Brainz.
All right, peace.
Later.
That was awesome.
That was fun.
It was fun, man.
It's different.
I forgot to
guys.
ask him if he can coach, if he knows anything about coaching defense.
Yeah, that would have been a good.
Yeah, we need a new defensive coordinator.
We're going to dive into some of that here in a little bit. So where are we at, man? That was pretty awesome. Kind of break up, a little bit of monotony. We get to have a Browns fan and
Browns fan, Cleveland legend in here, man.
Cleveland legend in his own rights, man. American rapper, platinum artist.
Like Logan said, we pulled out mom jokes that we haven't been able to do in 20 years.
Still got it. We're dusting our shoulders off.
Yeah.
That's all.
Man, I'm gonna go.
And Logan, I'll teach you pencil breaks.
All right, you better.
I'm gonna start saying mom jokes to my stepson and get him get him into it. Go to school.
Were you one of the ones that would like sharpen the metal end of the pencil for the pencil breaks?
No,
and then accidentally get someone's fingers.
No, but I used to really piss a bunch of people off because it was a guy that was really good and he was always breaking pencils. I would act like I was gonna do the break, but I'd hit it with my finger and chop it.
Oh, you were that. I knew you were one of those shiesty dudes, man. I knew you were a shiesty pencil dude.
Wacka. You go sit down now. It's my last pencil. Wacka.
You guys remember the pencil bending trick where you like sit there and you kind of
shake it?
Yeah. Like bending.
Logan, there was also this game that we played was you give each other third-degree burns with pens.
Oh, or the lighters. You get the lighter hot, and then you do the
no. With a big pen, you take it on a piece of paper, and then you would just third-degree burn blisters, dude.
So that one made its way into the 90s. I remember that one.
See that you guys are lightweights, man. We used to take nickels and we would heat them with a lighter, and then we would put them up on our forearms like we were arm wrestling and put it between, see who could last longer.
Yeah,
I never saw a lighter with me when I was in third grade.
Talk about some burns.
Yeah,
I never said we were smart.
That's when schoolers were men's. They were already getting to be men.
Sam's got George Washington embedded into his arm.
That's what the cast is there for. Still, it still hurts.
that would be Jefferson, I believe, on the nickel.
Guys, let's get back into some football talk.
Yes, we're back.
We'll always bring the football talk back as well. But we had NFL honors on Thursday evening, and it went pretty well for the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, Myles Garrett winning Defensive Player of the Year again, which is a great achievement. It was cool to see. And again, Myles Garrett's mom is still alive and very well for everybody that's joining right now. I'm going to play the skit of him getting his award real quick. And there we go.
Unanimous decision. The 2025 AP Defensive Player of the Year presented by TCL is Myles Garrett.
Man, howdy. No, this doesn't just start with me. It starts with great teammates, great organization, great coaches.
Great organization, man.
Come on. He's going to be a great president one day.
We'll get back to that in a second.
To put us in position, and I'm thankful for every single one of my teammates that help get me up here. It's not possible without them. Their blood, their sweat, their tears, everything that we went through. I'm appreciative of that, fellas. Will, Micah, we went through during the offseason. I'm so grateful for y'all. Y'all have been on my heels for the last I don't know how many years. So I'm grateful for every second we spent together. And finally, the greatest team I could ask for, Buck, John, Jay, Nicole, Shay. Y'all have really, taken care of me. Y'all supported me. Y'all have kept me up when I've been down.
One day I want him to say
really,
the greatest team I could ask for and have it be the football team he plays for in Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
Yeah, like when Tom Brady was doing this stuff, he'd say the greatest team I could ask for, and it was the Patriots. It
was the actual team. Yeah,
it was the actual team that he was on. That he was getting
all
the award
effort
for playing.
Y'all put in, and just like a great watch, a great team is timeless. So I'm very appreciative of y'all. And finally, my parents, AG, LG. I couldn't do it without y'all.
There she is, alive and well for everybody that wants to know. She is.
Y'all the very best.
Then. That's cool. I didn't realize they were sitting right next to each other.
Yeah, he was actually like front stage pretty much right there. Yeah. So that was cool.
I'm gonna do an impression of everybody in Pittsburgh watching this.
But TJ Watt, I mean, he gets triple and quadruple teamed all the time. I mean, I don't understand why he didn't win the award. I mean, I just don't understand. How do you win an award like that with a team that never makes the playoffs? I mean, TJ Watt.
There's why right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's why right there. Yeah, I mean, Miles on the year, we'll go over real quick, man. I'm just going to go through what I wrote down this morning. 23 sack, broke the sack record. We all know that. 60 total tackles. 43 of those were solo. 33 tackles for a loss. He had 39 quarterback hits, 3 forced fumbles, and he had 84 total pressures per PFF for Chad and Angel. The total pressures of 84 there. So, I mean, that's why he's Defensive Player of the Year. So, and it goes to say, now, I'm not even going to get into TJ Watt thing. It's not worth my time or trouble. So, yeah, that's that.
What do you have to say about TJ Watt?
TJ Watt did it in 4 games. He had 322 sacks in only 2.5 games. And he only played 4 minutes and only had 2 snaps in each of those games. And he had 19 million sacks. I mean, Myles Garrett couldn't do that. I have to go have sex with my sister. I'll see you later.
Yeah, it took him a lot more snaps to do that. I think he had over 100 more snaps than Miles did. You give Miles the amount of snaps that TJ had, and I won't take nothing away. He drops back in coverage, TJ, but you give Miles the amount of snaps that TJ had, and we're talking about 30 sacks. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So,
and these are teams that stopped throwing the ball in the fourth quarter for the most part because we're losing.
Yeah. So, I mean, hats off to our Myles Garrett, man.
Not only are they teams that stopped throwing the ball in the fourth quarter, but they were teams that were playing an uncompetitive Browns team whose only goal was to stop Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, that Pittsburgh game, that was like extremely obvious there. Most of their game plan was so that record didn't happen against them. And
I'm going to toot my own horn here because I don't, but I'm going to do it. I said that Myles Garrett, I would say it was probably towards the end of October. I said Myles Garrett will get Defensive Player this year, will break a sack record this year, and also Carson Schlesinger will get Defensive Rookie of the Year. And here we are. So
and that's the first time ever, right? That we had, like, a team has had the Defensive Rookie of the Year and the Defensive Player of the Year.
Other teams have it. I think it's the first time the Browns organization has had that.
No, I think that's the first time that's happened. It's the second time.
No, Baltimore. Baltimore had it was Baltimore. I think
Ray
it was
Lewis and Ed Reed or something.
It was something like that. Yeah, it was something like that. So
nobody cares about Baltimore here. Anyways,
no.
Yeah, this is the second for Myles Garrett, an accomplishment. I believe TJ Watt has had 3. There's not too many people that have had 2 or 3 Defensive Players of the Year award, which, I mean, Myles will get another one. He's still got plenty of time left. That new contract.
He can still break that record, man. He can do it he can go ahead and set another record up there for sure. You know, Mike?
He had a goal. We're not sitting here all Super Bowl week watching them go on every TV show that he can to talk about how he wants to leave, like we had to last year.
I did watch him on Jimmy Fallon, which was a good watch. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was a good. No, but yeah, last year was like just a media tour, just to help force his hand or force the Browns' hand in trading him. Was just anybody that would listen. He was talking crap about the Browns.
LeBron James-esque.
Well, he does a lot of off season. He said it too, like Micah. Them guys go to Texas. I'm not sure the location, and they work out off season together. And I learned that from Ralph Holly's dad when Ralph Holly was here as a Browns. I was talking to Ralph Holly's dad, and Ralph Holly said that he was at an event. Ralph Holly's parents were there. Ralph Holly's dad pulled me aside. We were chatting, and he said that Ralph was going down there. So Ralph actually went down there and worked out with Micah and Miles. And so, I mean, Ralph's over in back up at the Argonauts right now, the CFL up there. He was actually on, I think it was Twitter the other day, something like that. I don't know all them sites. But anyway, he said, shout out. He did say, and tell all the Bearded Browns guys hi. Me and Jen was chatting with them. So, yeah, that's what's up.
That is awesome. Excuse me. Guys, then we have the Rookie Defensive Player of the Year award. Went to none other than our Carson Schlesinger. That guy is a beast. I had his jersey, I think, like week 3 because I just felt something with that kid.
I thought that was a Tommy Vardell jersey you were wearing. A touchdown Tommy jersey.
It's not. But I'm going to play the video of his dad talking about him and then announcing the award for Carson Schlesinger, which was amazing, man. Like, this kid has so much heart, guys. I want to point that out, that I've never seen somebody come in their rookie year with the heart that this kid had and trying to play with his foot injury and all that and limping off the field and on back out of the
meaningless games at the end of the year. Was fighting through it.
Yeah, but still, man, this kid has so much heart, and here's where you're going to learn how he got it.
So much hair.
Yes.
When Carson started his football journey as an 8-year-old, 65-pound right guard, other teams thought they'd found a weakness in the A-gap. They were wrong. You were gritty, fiercely competitive, and willing to sacrifice whatever it took for your team. That same mindset carried you to this very room, and it will carry you forward for years to come. Your mama and I and your brothers and sisters in the audience couldn't be more incredibly proud of you. The 2025 AP Defensive Rookie of the Year presented by EA Sports Madden NFL is Carson Schlesinger.
These videos courtesy of NBC, Channel 3. Thank you very much for those.
Man, I'm truly humbled and honored to receive this. I think first and foremost, I want to give the glory to God. I think I've been blessed to be able to go out and play the game I love, and I never want to take that for granted. And, a huge thanks to the Browns organization and everybody.
People thanking the Browns organization is kind of funny to me, considering the circumstances. But, you got to thank them because they got you where you're at right now, right?
Yeah.
Right?
They signed the paycheck.
Right.
Everybody there who believed in me, my teammates that took the field with me every game and always had my back. This wouldn't be possible without you guys and the coaches that were there as
His mom's actually crying because he's a Cleveland Brown.
well. And then, my team, Steve, CJ, Liam, wouldn't be here without you guys and the belief that you guys showed in me a year ago. And I think from there, most importantly, I think my family. This is something that wouldn't be possible without all of you. Colin, Peyton, Ethan, Jordan, Weston. You guys have been there all growing up. And Ethan, you specifically, I wouldn't be the man or the player I am today without you. And then, lastly, I want to thank my parents. My dad's been there every step of the way. Perfect role model. The support you've shown me has really pushed me to this moment. And my mom, whether it was waking me up at 6 a.m. because she knew I wasn't going to do it myself, or driving me to school, everything you've done along the way.
That kid is incredible. You know what? He stays humble. I like the fact that he shows up to the game in sweatpants and not all gaudy and nobody cares about what you're wearing. I don't, especially if you're a losing team in the NFL. But the kid's humble, man. A great player on and off the field. Just a great guy from, man.
Got me crying over here. A little bit of a stuffy nose this morning, so pardon me. I'm a little bit of stuffy nose. I want to go the whole show, so there's that. But yes, Carson, man, back to Carson real quick, Mike. I mean, what can you not say about the guy? He did everything what he's supposed to do. He did his job and above and beyond. Carson, 156 total tackles this year, 67 solo tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks, 2 interceptions, you know. And the thing about that is, for a second round guy, 33rd overall from UCLA, I bet you PFF didn't see that coming now, did it? No. So there's that. But, you know, Schwartz, man, you know, he's got a great career ahead of him coming here. He plays hard, which keep him happy here. And I think that we definitely, I mean, I see shades of old Clay Matthews for me, you know, and we have a younger stud now at linebacker, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed, and I'm praying that we get back JOK, because I would love to see them two out there on the field together.
Yeah, that would be amazing, man.
And Ryan's got a point here. He wore the green dot as a rookie, which is huge.
So that means the Browns gave this kid so much faith coming into this league as a rookie and giving him access to call plays on defense.
Yes. See, so the green dot there, Ryan, that was like a small step for him becoming this defensive rookie of the year. You know, you start getting accolades that early, and you start producing like he did.
Mm-hmm.
It's just hands down, man. You know, hats off to the kid and his family, and a good young man. And like I said, I can't wait to see him do more here.
Yeah, it was an interesting night. It was an interesting show. It was kind of funny. Some of the names got botched because I know there's some sticklers out there about names. Obviously, if you're an announcer, you are critical about that, you know, calling the name right. And obviously, if you're reading a teleprompter, it might even be a little bit harder, especially for a name like Vrabel, because you're looking at a screen trying to read it out quick, like me last week, and Logan deleting everything on Gary, which is, you missed that, Sam. We'll get back to that in a second. But she said Mike Verbal, and that wasn't that bad. And she was funny. It was a comedian, and she made it funny. It was good. But she did botch Mike Vrabel's name. And then the other one was Jackson Smith and Jigba. Also, he won the Offensive Player of the Year, but Drewski and Barry Sanders presented that award, followed by backlash from the fans and the Seahawks. But Barry corrected the pronunciation. Drewski said on social media that there was never any formal way on how to say anybody's name. So
has he not watched football ever in his life?
I don't know, but it's Jackson Smith and Jigba, probably one of the top receivers, obviously, this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best. He got the award for it.
Where'd he come from? Asking for a friend.
I don't know. I haven't looked at what high school he went to.
No. What college?
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Not the Ohio, just maybe just Ohio State, not the Ohio State.
He went to the Ohio State.
Yeah.
He's no Braylon Edwards. He's no Braylon Edwards.
This was two things. I'm going to add two things to this next thing here on our notes, guys, because it was interesting. Do you guys remember the 2020 NFL draft when COVID happened? And Roger Goodell was at home. Everybody was at home, obviously, but Roger Goodell was wasted. I mean, completely inebriated at that draft. But the NFL honors, he seemed to be pretty steady. And he also played MC for a minute there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was, even my wife was like, that's horrible. Don't try that again. He had glasses on. He put one headphone up to his ear, and then they played like the Monday night
the countdown music, whatever it was. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is horrible. Bad attempt at a joke.
He must have had too many martinis. He must have had too many martinis. One more martini. You'll have that. As far as just backtrack real quick second. People mispronounce things all the time. Yeah, it's on a big public forum. I mean, it happens. We do it. I do it. Angel does it. It happens. Mike's corrected me a few times. I was saying Harold Fanning. It's Fannin. I was saying, we were talking about coaches, and I was saying Schillenhouse, and Mike's like, there's no L in there, but I'm like, the L silent. So whatever, Mike, whatever. But we do it, so it's not a big thing. I mean, people do it, man. But calm down. There's other things to be worried about. They're all there for a reason. So continue.
And it wasn't any of our players, so it's all right.
It's fine. I mean, when I first seen the Joku's name on the back of his jersey, I was like, what in how do
you put an N or a J? How does that happen?
Right. You got the two consonants.
But I mean, would it have been any easier if the J was
there has to be a vowel in the middle of that. Well, we got
I was gonna say would it have been any easier if it was the J before the N, if he was Jinoku?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Where we at, boys?
We have everybody thought Josh Allen was going to receive the MVP because that seems to be a battle, and you guys have to give it up for Matthew Stafford in this. Obviously, a hell of a season for him, and I was going to the Super Bowl. So,
see what a 2-time MVP now?
Yes, and that's huge. I mean, you earned that.
Yeah. Yeah, I always think of that game when he looked like he broke his shoulder and they took him out. It was against the Browns, and we were going to win that game, and he ended up grit. He shows his grit, man, and he went out for a play. He came back, and they won that game. He threw a touchdown pass. So
is he a Hall of Famer now?
Yeah,
is he?
I is he going to be?
Oh, well, is he going to be? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, his stats, like even before he won a Super Bowl. Like it was already kind of people were talking about it. Like his stats were just so good. It's like this guy is one of the best passers we've ever seen, even though he doesn't win anything. Now he's winning stuff.
Yeah, and let me see here.
Having Calvin Johnson, not to get the Browns back involved in this, but having a number one receiver helps the quarterback. If Andrew Barry's listening,
yeah.
Hopefully.
Bobby Wagner, man. I mean, the Walter Payton Award. Bobby Wagner took that, linebacker, Washington. His Fina May Foundation, which is after his mother. It honors his late mother, and it has brings stroke awareness. We had, I believe, Del Pitt was on board for that, and I believe Denzel Ward was on board for that. But the Peyton Manning a Year award went to Bobby Wagner, which is well deserving. I wanted to note that.
Yeah, that story they played about his mother and all that was incredible. It's well deserved. He's doing a lot for his community and the stroke awareness as well. So give it a look, check it out.
The Brit comeback tour. We can only hope.
All right, we got a couple more awards we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get to what everybody is here to talk about, which is Jim Schwartz resigning and removing himself from the Browns. So we got a couple more awards. We got Christian McCaffrey winning the Comeback Player of the Year. I feel like Christian McCaffrey, I mean, doesn't he win this like every other year? He has a monster year. He gets hurt and then comes back and wins Comeback Player of the Year. And then gets hurt,
he's back.
And then he comes back.
The award. Yeah.
It's like every year he comes back from an injury. Christian McCaffrey's winning this award. It's maybe the first time he won it, but I feel like he's always coming back from a major injury. But the guy's an animal. He's 5'2" and he's just an animal. Comes from, I think that Eric Metcalf comes from the Eric Metcalf mold of just a multi-use running back, a little small for what you're used to seeing as far as like a running back, but the dude is just an animal, and he has had a He was real good in Carolina, but he has really been something else out in San Francisco for a winning franchise.
He's got hands as well. That dude can catch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. I mean, I like if they're on, I'm watching him. Like I said, I always like the running back positions. I like to watch these running backs, and he's the standout. He's there getting these awards for a reason. Like you said, he comes back from injuries. Like he's the utility guy, man. You can get him out in the pass game. You can run inside, outside. So I mean, he's a threat, man. He's a threat. I mean, we had we played them guys this year. That's when Malik Collins went down, and he was. I think we actually did pretty good. Don't quote me all out there, but I thought we did pretty good against him. It seems like sometimes our Browns will do good against the top tier running backs. One that comes to mind, even when he was in Tennessee, is Derrick Henry. We seem to always have his number here in Cleveland, and even when we played him this year, Derrick Henry didn't walk all over us. But who was the guy, Logan, that looked like Barry Sanders out there on us?
Tony Barry Sanders Pollard.
Pollard. But then you have a Pollard come along and he burns you out, man.
200.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to bring that back up.
That was crazy. From my seats, all I just kept seeing was the back of his jersey running 40 yards every time he had the ball. I've never seen he turned into Barry Sanders for 60 minutes.
Raul Haven 54-48. He's a touchdown, Tommy.
Havana.
Yeah.
But
I see you out there, Shane. I see a few guys out there. What's up, Shane?
Christian McCaffrey also won the Salute to Service Award for his charity for veterans, which was cool. He got up there and talked about that a little bit. And then Panthers wide receiver Ted McMillan got Offensive Rookie of the Year, which he was a possibility for us to receive last year in the draft, but we didn't. I don't like to say his whole name. It was like Tatora. So we called him Tet ever since the draft last year. So, congratulations to all those awards.
I'm glad we got Mason Graham, but it's like now it's not like we need somebody to throw the ball to. Like there's no question about it. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, we'll get into that. That's going to be coming up on some of our next discussions coming up right now.
Something right now. Obviously, we know we have a top defense in the league, and could that be the coach that made that happen? We're going to find out now because Jim Schwartz has relieved himself of his duties here on the Cleveland Browns as a defensive coordinator, which we kind of were all 50-50 on. Obviously, you didn't know if it was going to happen. And it happened yesterday, right after everybody got their awards. Jim Schwartz gave himself an award and dismissed himself from the Cleveland Browns. So
for Jim Schwartz, I want to send this out to him. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
There is no editing that can fix that.
Yeah, auto-tunes can't even help you out there, bro.
Yeah, I think you just fried the auto-tune. It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Mike and Board, they already broke it.
I'm going to quit music myself after hearing
that. We'll call you T-Pain Air Drum.
MC T-Pain Air Drum.
Yeah, T-Pain Air Drum. Stop. Just stop.
Oh man.
No, it's like we have the defensive rookie of the year, Myles Garrett. I don't know, man. Like the dude had 1 year left on his contract. He wasn't interviewed anywhere else for the head coaching position, was he? Or I could be
Ravens.
Yeah.
Ravens did, probably just to mess with us. But it's not like he was like a hot head coaching candidate. So I don't know why he wouldn't just suck it up and coach this one last year, prove again that you're the best defensive coach in the league, and then field head coaching offers.
I believe like Tomlin had 2 years left on his contract as well.
Yeah.
So like, what's the play here? He just sits out and goes and be the defensive coordinator somewhere else. Like he's not going to get a head coaching gig, I don't think, after sitting out a year.
He
Go to
has
TV.
He has to get a head coaching job now. He has to elevate. He can't.
I think after this year, he can't make a lateral move, so he can't go somewhere else to be a defensive coordinator. But
he can be an assistant head coach.
He can be assistant head coach or head coach to move on from that. But what do we have? 1 more year
That's
so
what.
So he's going to sit this year out. And he'll be back somewhere.
No, he's got 2 years. He's got 2 years.
Yeah.
So he can go there, or he can be an advisor somewhere, I think.
Yeah. So, my thing, though, with Schwartz, okay, we talked about it. We say when a new regime comes in, they fix all the pieces. And then Jimmy and Barry pretty much they said that, hey, Jim's still our guy. We want to keep Jim. I was on board with that. I think him and Monken would have worked well together. You have an offensive mind with a defensive mind. That's what we needed. But he felt jaded because he didn't get that option. And my thing is, like, it's almost, who knows what's going on in somebody's mind. But I would feel like, I'm still on contract. I still have a top 4 defense in the NFL. We're 4th best in the NFL. And I get to work with a future Hall of Famer like Myles Garrett. We got up and comers, Mason Graham, Schlesinger. I would have said, you know what? I owe it to my guys. I'm not going to walk out on my guys. And that's what kind of got me. I had a
crybaby move.
Yeah, I really I adored Schwartz, man. I really did. But when you're gonna go out like that, and nobody wants to have a cancer.
Yeah, but
here,
you know what?
But
I get that. But...
You owe it to the guys, dude. You know what I'm saying? You owe it to your guys. You just walked out on your guys. Period.
Yeah, but you don't know how the Browns handled this, though.
No, we don't.
They handled it poorly. No matter how it was bad.
I mean, they're talking about Schalise and him were both. The Browns had them both walking around telling people that they had this job.
Who's Schalise?
Shit. What's the guy from the Rams?
It's Schalise now. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. But he had,
yeah,
Mike Verbal. See, I told you it doesn't matter if you mispronounce their names. But they had Schwartz going around to the point where, like, he's telling. I mean, it's on him for telling people that he had the job, but they handled it in a way where he was comfortable enough telling people that he had this job. And they had a couple candidates going around telling people that they thought that they had this job on lock. And that's kind of on the Browns.
Yeah.
That the Browns were not making it clear that they still had not made their decision yet. And they had these guys going around thinking. So, when you're a guy like, when you're Schwartz and this is your last shot and you're going around and you're telling everybody that you have this job, and then you find out basically on the news that you don't have the job, I mean, you're going to be pissed off. And, I think once again, it's how the Browns handled it.
You get over it and you move on. You have one of the best defenses in the league. You've built that. You are if you're a Mark,
but if you're Jim Schwartz, who's already a millionaire, why are you putting up with this?
I see both sides of it. I'd be pissed if I was him for sure.
Jim Schwartz wants for nothing. What does he have to prove? It's not like the guy is going to go into the hall. It's not like he's fighting for a Hall of Fame spot. It's not like the guy needs to pay his bills. The guy has made millions of dollars as a coordinator in the league. What is he, a mark?
He's also had a shot in Detroit and failed miserably in Detroit
and made millions of dollars.
Like, I wonder if who he hired is part of it. Like, we talk about Monken in a little, I guess. Like, I feel good about the hire now. Like, he seems like a cool dude. I don't know if I feel as good as you can about it, I guess. But I wonder if Monken being the one they chose actually is what made him more angry. Like another guy, kind of like an older dude like him. Schwartz has actually had head coaching experience before. So they hired another older guy that doesn't have any experience. Like, I wonder if Schwartz would have felt differently and they could have actually sold it to him a little bit more. Like, dude, we're bringing in this kid from Jacksonville. He needs you there. I wonder if Monken kind of.
If he's 45 years old, I agree with you, Mike. But he's 5 years from Social Security.
Easy with all that.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, at my age, if he's 45, if he's my age or if he's Sam's age, right, a little younger, I totally get what you're saying. But dude, he's 60 years old, 61 years old. 59. Like, why? What's the point?
That's where, like, if he's like truly unhappy, like, you just say, okay, like, I'm not wasting another year or two of my life.
Yeah, man.
Dealing with it. I get it.
Go home, be happy with your family, man.
Either way,
he doesn't owe the Browns or Jimmy Haslam anything.
He signed a contract. That's why I don't know. I feel like I can see Schwartz's side, but then the Browns fan in me is like, dude, you signed the contract to show up to work.
But he signed a contract though to be Stefanski's defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I know.
And they fired Stefanski. And and everybody else that was on that staff is gone.
So can we talk about how they potentially lost out? Like, just take a step back, how the Browns handled this. Was all the reports, even on the Tuesday show, like Angel, Chad, you guys were talking about it, that these guys were turning down the head coaching job because we were essentially telling them that Jim Schwartz had to stay on the staff. And that's why we might, like somebody like Jim Harbaugh or John, I guess, might not have taken the jobs because we were going to force Jim Schwartz on them. All these guys back out of the job because of that. We hire a guy and Schwartz leaves anyway.
It's like, look at Baltimore. Baltimore is, Harbaugh leaves because they're going to force Monken on him, and then Monken doesn't even follow him to New York.
Yeah,
left
and
just like
all of their
Sam
staff most of their staff's coming here, which is interesting.
It is interesting, and that's where you have to take a step back and look at it. Like, obviously, our biggest problem this year was the offense. So we're beefing up the coaching staff and the offense with the unknown of him being a head coach for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But now you lose the coach of the defense that put it all together. And I guess my question is to you guys is, can this defense run the way they did last year without Jim Schwartz or somebody else at the helm?
I think we can fire him up just like Schwartz. Like, Monken seems like somebody everyone can get behind, and he could sell him pretty easily on whoever they hire for that coordinator job.
Yeah, because Monken did say that he's going to keep the same defense. He wants the same scheme out there. That's all going to remain the same. So hopefully that stays intact, and I hope whoever comes in has the same mentality that Jim Schwartz did and was able to get these guys to do what they needed to do. That's the biggest thing for me. I don't think the coach with the staff that we have, the players that we have on his defense, I think they could do it with anybody running that defense, to be honest.
We kind of felt the same way about Greg Williams when he was here. I don't know. I think Gary, you might have said that last week or a couple weeks ago, but it was like we all loved Greg Williams.
Yeah.
Wanted him promoted. And then Schwartz came in, and now Schwartz is like, I think our defensive roster was actually built so well, which, side note, makes it so questionable as to how the offense is built the exact opposite. Like, if Barry only is good at drafting defense, I don't know. But like, that roster is built so well that not anybody could step in, but a lot of people could step in and make it. Like, I don't know. Is there anybody internally? Like, have they mentioned any assistants that are on the staff that they're considering?
Yeah, we're gonna. There's linebacker coach Jason Tarver and safety coach Ephraim Banda.
That's right.
And those are two possibilities that are in house. And then there's a couple names floating around from around the league.
Raheem Morris. I think Raheem Morris is in there.
Was it him or Weaver? Anthony Weaver was another one. I think he signed somewhere, right? I can't.
But even the way the Browns handled this, you really.
What would Mary Kay do?
you messed up the ability to really have a good candidate from outside the organization too.
Yeah,
because all of these other openings have been filled, and they're building their staffs already. So you don't even have like a good pick as far as like external candidates. So you really kind of have to, go internally if you want to. Which, if you want to keep the same scheme, I guess is probably a good thing. If you want to keep it internal, but still, you really limited your options the way you handled this. It just was.
We had Mike Verbal here last year, and I know you said he wouldn't have became a head coach here, but we still had Stefanski, so that's not for sure.
He said he would have listened, right? Like, when somebody asked him that,
he would have listened.
He would have listened to him. You guys see what he said about? Where he said what was he? He said he was going to cut 6 inches off. Like, how much of? Never mind. I can't say it on the podcast.
Yeah,
I asked him how much of himself he would sacrifice for a Super Bowl win, and he said, "I'd cut off 6 inches, and leave her another 6." Is what he said.
Yeah, it's okay. He's gone. All right. It was just like Stefanski. He's gone. So we're in the nows now. So I'm just curious to see who we do bring here. And like Mike touched upon, we have players that know how to play their positions. Miles, Ward, Schlesinger. Look what Bush did this year. I think Grant Delpit, safety, did great this year. Tyson Campbell coming here and being that other, I'm going to say it, shut down corner on that other side, complements Ward well. Our defense looks good. Mason Graham up front. We get Malik Collins back. We start stuffing them runs.
And the other defensive, who's the other end that we had that I can't remember. He was always making plays out there. I can't remember his name.
Aiden Hutchinson.
No, he's a
damn, I'm gonna think of it tomorrow. Think of the dude's name.
Yeah, but defenses though in the NFL are kind of like bullpens in baseball. They're year to year, So like you have in baseball you'll have like this really good bullpen on a really shitty team, and it'll be great. And then the next year you finally have a team together, and that bullpen for whatever reason, everything evens out and it's not so good. So I just I'm hoping that the defense next year is good. I know we have some good pieces, but it just to expect Bush to have the year next year that he had this year is it's asking a lot, because he hasn't had that year before.
Well, maybe this is his turnaround.
I hope so. He was a first-round pick for the Steelers.
Sometimes, it takes some guys a little longer to get moving. Once they get moving, they're locked in. It happens.
Same thing. Greg Williams kind of happened. Like what was it, the Sendejo years? Like where Greg Williams' defense was great, and then one year we were giving up big play after big play.
Yeah,
for really no reason.
You've seen it happen with numerous players. This year in particular, Tyson Campbell, Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome did horrible, got benched after like 2 games. Tyson Campbell dominated here. It's a scheme thing.
Yeah, well, it shows that Tyson Campbell, they were playing a lot more zone over there, and that wasn't his cup of tea. He's more man-to-man, and that showed. He came here, and then we see Newsome was riding the bench over there. So, that's one good buy that I was not most happy about once we've seen the production coming from Tyson Campbell.
So, Sam, let me ask you, if you were Andrew Berry or Jimmy Haslam, because it seems like he might be picking our coaches for this defensive coordinator, would you ask Myles Garrett's opinion?
I would not just ask Myles. I would ask some more of the veterans on there. I think I would sit down with Ward. I would sit down with Myles. Those are 2 names that pop up. Those seem like the veteran. They're the sauce of this defense. I would think at least those 2 guys for sure. You do want to know, and then when you sit down with guys like Myles and Denzel, these guys are all buddies. They all talk. So when you sit down with 2 guys like that, you'll have their opinion, but you're also going to know what the other players are thinking. You see what I'm saying? So definitely when you're trying to build something back or keep we want this defense to even be better now. That's what we want. And then you're going to have to sit down with players. You're going to have to see what these guys think. They're the ones out there going to be executing. You run a 4-3, you got 4 down, you got 3 linebackers. You don't run a 3-4. There's just stuff that they need to do. Me personally, I would like to see some type of rendition of that old 1985 Bears defense and some of that 4-6 defense implemented into this. I think that there's rooms there to do that. That's just something. That's just me, mixing it up in there, stacking the box some more. This defense has struggled on the road. This defense has struggled in the red zone. So there's stuff there's a lot of stuff there that needs to be corrected, even if Schwartz had stayed here. So
yeah, and that's where I hope. Like I've seen the mock drafts where in the 7 rounds, like people will have us taking 5 or 6 offensive players. Like, I don't think we should do that. I think we could add. Like I think if we draft in the top 2 or 3 rounds some more defense, even that would be very helpful. Even like you said, go into the 4 or just try to have the defense slow the game down because we know our offense isn't going to keep up. So make the defense.
We don't know that yet, though.
Huh?
So we don't know that yet, though.
Everything is going to be dictated on what happens in this offseason with, the draft. the draft and free agency. And I'm going to say this now. I don't care who's our quarterback. I don't care who's our running back. I don't care who's our tight end. I don't care if we have a good wide receiver or we don't have a good wide receiver. If we don't address this offensive line, it's going to be the same result. It's going to be the same result.
Yeah.
So we got to start there. I'm hoping we draft high. We need a stud receiver. Can you guys all agree on that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Can this line use some big time help?
Yes. I think, those first 2 picks, like no questions asked, it needs to be a receiver and a lineman, whichever way you draft them.
And now don't forget, we got free agency also. There's some guys we can get involved with on both sides of the ball that way. But I'm with you too, Logan. It's just not there will be defensive players being picked, so I just, it's the next thing. That's the next anticipation, is waiting for. I want to watch the combine,
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, I know we're Carnell Tate fans, or like the Ohio State fans love Carnell. I think he's going to be awesome. But the dude from Arizona State, Tyson, his brother, like starting to ball out for the Cavs, like that kind of has me like, dude, what if we just get both? He
said something. I seen that. He said in an interview that his brother's coming here.
Yeah.
So I mean,
him and Tate are like it's like a toss up which team wants the guy.
What was Makai Lemon's name got brought up, and I just looked up I'm not taking nothing away against Makai. We need a stud guy. We need a bigger target. Makai's is another slot. He's an Isaiah Bond stature. We need a bigger target here. AFC North, punch mouth football, smash mouth, punch you in the face. We need a bigger body receiver. We have to have it.
Gary
we have to have it. Gary, yeah. Bye, Gary.
he really likes Malachi Lemon.
That's the last straw. I'm out of here.
I think honestly, guys, we haven't talked about it enough, but there is the likelihood of people like Wyatt Teller, Joe Bitonio for the offensive line, possibly not even coming back.
I think Bitonio's gone, right? He was like crying in his post game, like he's gone.
And then could Wyatt Teller stay healthy, and could Wyatt Teller be back after the tweets his wife made and all that? So the offensive line needs plenty of help. We watched it all year. Shador was holding on to the ball a little bit longer than he should have, but you also have wide receivers that can't get open. So there lies the problem. You got to have a line that blocks your quarterback and wide receivers that can get open, 1, and 2, catch the ball.
No, man. Andrew Berry assured us that Kevin Stefanski was a problem. It had nothing to do with the offense that he was given.
Well, I don't know, man. We can. Ask Jerry.
I don't want to bring the Stefanski shit back, but it was like, nobody could have won with that. Are you kidding me?
Jerry Judy had it down here. Jerry Doo-Doo. So, he had an off season. He had a good season, 2 years ago, whatever. But he had a lot of dropsies. And I know all these guys work for it. I just don't know what happens, because I know a lot of these guys, they practice in the off season. They still keep regiments. They still try to keep their mind going with the game. And I don't know. We need a stud wide receiver here. So I don't know if you do something free agency, you draft. I would hope that you draft a top tier wide receiver, and we get this line built back up. I mean, like Mike was saying, and you were saying, Bitonio's probably gone. And then these other guys are hurt. Juwan Jones. I love Juwan Jones, but Juwan Jones can't get through a whole season. And Juwan Jones is TJ Watt's daddy, because every time they play, he can't do nothing. He looks like a little baby out there. But I love his game. But he can't get through a whole season.
It's like Conklin.
Conklin, injury prone. So, we need youth. We need youth at this line. We need a line that we can go ahead and get, that we can go ahead and can grow with us. We need that again. We haven't had that in a while. I mean, because some of these guys are getting older, they're going to be out, so. Gary's back. Gary, where'd you go, Gary?
I had to step away for a second, but I'm not wearing pants. I figured you guys didn't want to see me walk away, you know?
The title of his name at the bottom is what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Do it.
Did you even wipe? That was quick, dude. What the?
I pushed real hard. I said,
There we go. There's the show. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. I think we got through a lot, man. I mean, anybody else got anything to add? Is there anything?
How do you guys feel about Monkey?
Let me ask Gary. I didn't really get a chance to hear you on the whole. What would you what this defensive side of the ball coming? We don't know who's going to be the coach yet, but is there anything that you would change? Like I had said, like our red zone defense needed help. Our run stop needs help. Is there anything that you would try to change? If you were in them shoes, what would you try to do to change this defense?
His pants.
first of all, I put on pants. Second of all, I really think the biggest change, the biggest way we can improve our defense is through improving our offense. Our defense just was put into a lot of bad situations last year. Although I think that the defense, statistically, they did put up some good numbers. I still think that we really don't even have an idea of how good that defense was or wasn't, just because of how bad that offense was. And that, the offense just put them in so many bad and weird situations. And a lot of those offenses that we played never really had to open up against us. They played in a way that they knew our offense wasn't going to score. And so they didn't really have to open up their playbooks against us. So they played a different kind of ball against us, I think, than they would have had to if they were playing a team that had a dynamic offense. So to answer that question, I don't know. I think that really it's going to take putting an offense together to figure out what you really have in that defense, because you don't know how teams are going to play you once. You're going to have an offense to see how teams are going to play you.
Well, yeah, that's included, but you also have to think of how many 3-and-outs that we have this year, where your defense is right back on the field, turnovers right back on the field. That takes a crucial role in what your defense could do, and those guys still went out there and gave it their all.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You're tiring your defense out. We all know that, man.
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that away from them.
No, I'm not. I'm just pointing that out. That's all.
Yeah, me too. You're wearing your defense out, and then you want them to play at a high level, but you have to have an offense that plays. We didn't even have mediocre. Let's just at best, we didn't. Imagine.
But then again, at the end of this,
I'm gonna do like the Twilight Zone. Imagine, if you will, when the Cleveland Browns season for 2025 actually had a mediocre offense, we would probably have a better record
for sure. But then if you look at when the birthday boy, by the way, shout out, happy birthday, Shador.
Do not sing auto-tune. Do not.
Do what?
Here we go.
What'd you say?
What's that?
What'd you say, Mike?
Happy birthday to you.
And we're wondering why we're here. We're back.
So, but if you towards the end of the season, though, and maybe it was because the defense is worn out, but to go back to what I was saying, when Shador took the reins and we had an offense that was popping, what happened to the defense, though?
Well, what offense were you watching that was popping?
Yeah.
We didn't have an offense that was all of a sudden having some big plays and putting up some points. Offense came alive a little bit towards the end of the year. I'm not saying that it was a top 10 offense.
No,
but it became a more dynamic offense.
You're saying it was showing signs of life.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin said our offense, like, what did he say? They chew with their mouth closed the first time we played them. And I don't think that's the case when Shador came in.
Yeah.
And, and I'm going to say it too. The offense was atrocious. And the big thing was it was predictable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So Monken is here to change that. He even said that. We're here to build an offensive unit, and I think that's possible. You look, there's a lot of run heavy. There's a lot of, if he takes some of the stuff that he did with the Ravens, a lot of 3 tight end sets, heavy run, open your pass game up. We talk about it all the time. But, we have another question still here. We don't know. We don't know for sure if Shador's QB1. I was listening to the My Dogs the other day, and we're talking about who's going to be the guy. Is because you still got Deshaun Watson's on the list. Okay, we don't like to bring his name up, and it was talked about.
He's not going to be Deshaun Watson's not going to be the guy,
and you don't know if Shador is either.
Shador will be the guy before Deshaun Watson is the guy. The owner of the team came out and said that was a swing and a miss and it was a mistake. The NFL, the NFL is finally letting the Browns be a team in the league again. They are not that Deshaun Watson, unless there's a major injury, there's not going to be an open competition in that way. Unless they sign somebody or trade for like a Mac Jones or something like that, the way it's constructed right now, that I don't care what the Dogs podcast said and what their sources say.
Like preseason, they're practicing and Watson looks halfway decent. There's no chance he's going to play. If he looks better, I think he look better than Sanders.
If he looks better than Sanders,
because then what do you have to do?
If he looks better than Sanders, you're going to tell me they ain't going to play him.
Yes. I'm telling you, they're not going to play him.
All right, then there you go again with the Browns not moving along and doing things positive. You're going to put a mediocre quarterback in front of a guy that's like
you're developing a young quarterback. That's the whole point. What sense does it make putting Watson in there? Because then you're going to. What are you going to do?
I'm just saying if
Watson is not, dude. Watson has not been a quarterback in 6 years.
I understand that, and I can't stand the guy. But if the guy's out there in preseason and he's looking better than Shador, hands down, you're going to start that guy. That's just how it's going to go. You don't want to make, like we talked about, we always rush these rookies into these positions already. We throw them right into the fire. Okay, we do this. It must be the new NFL. But they don't sit there and they don't get the sponge. They don't get to soak information. They don't get to develop fully. So I'm Gary. I cannot stand Deshaun Watson. I'm only saying if we are in the offseason and we get to training camp and he's never going to be the Deshaun Watson he was. I'll say that. But if he's looking halfway decent, Todd Monken said, even to Shador, nobody's set in stone yet. So they're going to have to get out here and see who's the best. And I believe Todd Monken's not going to play Shador if he's not ready just because of his name. And if Watson's out there, I think he will get the start. My hopes is that Shador pulls up this year and just comes out and finally gets the reps that he needed that he didn't get in this offseason in training camp and starts getting his time. And then maybe he'll blossom. And it's Monken's job to go, all right, Shador looks better than Watson. And where's Dylan Gabriel in this? I think we're going to get rid of Dylan. I didn't even get to Dylan yet.
He's
I
going
think
to end up
Dylan's
in Atlanta.
gone. Yeah, I think Dylan. Okay. Yeah.
Super cute over there.
5th round draft pick for.
He's already in Kevin Stefanski's go bag. Got him in the bag.
He's already his fits right in the bag.
He's got him on the overhead in the plane. Yeah. Put him in the overhead bag.
Yeah, I don't want Watson. I was just saying I'm not rooting for Watson to play. I find it, to me, it's like hard to believe that Watson would look worse than Sanders, like in practice. Like Sanders made some stupid throws. I hope he improves it.
He's learning.
I find it hard to believe that Watson is so bad that he would have put up the same numbers that Shador did last year. I don't know.
Here's the thing. Like, you guys look at it this way. To be honest, I want whoever is best. And if it's Deshaun Watson, then so be it. But I'll tell you something. If he comes in here and wins 5 games in a row, the Cleveland fan base will forget about everything until he gets injured again, and then we'll start hating him just like we did before. That's the Cleveland motive. That's what it is. If you come here and win games, you'll be fine. But if you're losing and getting injured on such a huge contract, you're a piece of crap.
That stadium hates him, man. Like, yeah, he would have to win 5 in a row, and he'd have to do it without throwing any interceptions. If he starts game 1 and that first ball he throws hits the ground, the entire stadium's going to start booing.
Right.
Which is an entirely different problem. Like, I wish we'd be more supportive. I know why we don't like him, but they did the same stuff to Gabriel. And it's like, bro, like, I just want the Browns to win, man. I don't care.
Like Mike said, though, if that happens and Watson comes back and he gets named QB1, Sanders is QB2, but like I said, you could bring in another guy. That you need three quarterbacks at least. We went through 5 one year, but you put your best man forward. It was just like the Flacco Pickett thing that was going on in training camp. And I was more leaning on Flacco. Angel loved Pickett. My thing was, I got.
You got to get any like little gloves to put on him because he uses gloves when he throws.
Yeah, I used to make fun of him because back in the day, Burger King used to have the Junior Whopper commercials, and they would eat the Whopper with little hands. But anyway, so Flacco and Pickett, we had our little, I said, I think a locker room can gravitate around a Flacco. He's already been there. I had my version, and Angel had his version of Pickett. Didn't get a fair shake in Pittsburgh, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I didn't care if it was Pickett because I knew if it was Pickett, he was playing better than Flacco. You put your best man forward. So that's all I'm saying with the Deshaun Watson thing is if he's playing better than Shador or Gabriel, if he's still here, or whoever else they bring in here, you put your best man forward. They're trying to win games. They're trying to improve this team. So you don't just put a guy out there because his name is Shador Sanders and he started showing little signs of life at the end of the season last year. You don't do that.
We'll see if he makes his way back from wherever he is internationally before the season starts. That dude. He's somewhere else right now spending. I mean, he has all the money in the world, but he has like his timing's super weird, man. Like sometimes during our away games, he'll be like at a steakhouse posting some $30,000 meal, like when the Browns are in the middle of losing a game. So, bro, this just doesn't get it.
I love Shador.
El Buto.
Guys, I do like Shador. I think with the offensive line and some wide receivers to throw to, it could be a different outcome this year for sure.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, guys, is there anything you guys want to add before we end the show here? Because
I do. Real quick. Oh, where did it go? I had it pulled up. A little shout out to my nephew. You guys were making fun of me last show because I was out with my nephew watching
for the first time in his whole life in his last wrestling.
He only went to one match.
Kid's 30 years old, and you finally went to his first anything.
Bork, bork, bork. Remember that Muppet? That's you, Gary. Bork, bork, bork.
It was his last wrestling match and Sam's first. Yeah.
It was. He did good last week. Braden Bowen's his name. He's Brookside Cardinal, Sheffield Lake. They actually have a match today. It's an LCA Championships, which I'm not there now. So go ahead and make fun of me, Gary, because I'm here to do this great show with you guys.
Awards. Uncle of the Year award goes to
okayest uncle of the year.
All right, enough. Columbia High School, Braden Bowen and the Cardinals are there doing their championships in LC8. So, Braden, Uncle Sam loves you. Go out there and do your thing. You did great last week, so do your thing. These guys are all.
We're rooting for you, Braden.
I'll just use a plurative. So.
He's going to college too, right? To wrestle as well.
He's not going. I don't believe he's going to college to wrestle. He did good. He does have a lot. He does have a lot of hardware. But I think he's going in a different direction for himself.
Nice.
Yeah, look how Gary's wrestling career got him.
We are rooting for you, Braden.
And goodbye.
Sorry, Gary. It's funny. I got to do it.
Typical. All the things coming up. Tuesday show, 7:30. Bearded Browns. Angel, Chad, maybe Mike. Mike's been really busy.
No. It's going to be no Chad, Barry Shuck, me and Angel. Hopefully.
There you go. Okay.
Circumstances. But Barry Shuck's going to actually talk to us about the Senior Bowl that he was at. And it's going to be fun. Barry Shuck's always a fun guest. And if you guys want to check him out, he is at dogsbynature.com. can read all his stories there. He actually just wrote a pretty good one about Todd Monken as well. It's posted on our page, but he will be with us Tuesday at 7:30.
And if I know that this is correct, Barry Shuck was the first guest you ever had on the Bearded Browns podcast, correct?
Our first guest ever.
There it is. And he's still around. Barry, man. He's very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable guy.
Very good to the show. Good friend of the show.
Every time I call him, I could record our conversation and make a whole show out of it. That's how knowledgeable that guy is. It's fun talking to him as well. But yeah, he will join us this Tuesday at 7:30 live, all platforms. Be sure to join us. And if you guys have any questions about the Senior Bowl, that's what we're going to be talking about Tuesday. What much more, obviously, because hopefully we'll have a defensive coordinator by then and be able to talk about that as well. That'd be awesome, right?
I think by the end of the week, this week coming up, we will have a guy. Well, I mean, hey man, it's Super Bowl tomorrow. I mean, what do you guys got? Who you got? Who you rolling with? What's going on, Mike? I'm gonna start with you, Mike. Who you rolling with?
Seattle all day, man. That team
Seattle
is too tough. Yeah.
Do you got any score prediction?
I don't. It's not going to be a blowout, but I'm going to go 24-13.
24-13 says Mike. I'm going to go down to Gary down here. Gary, who you got? Who you rolling with?
I got the Hawks, the Seahawks. Is that the sound they make? Is that what a Seahawk makes? It's going to be 35-24. The Seahawks.
All right, 35-24. Gary's got Hawks. Logan, Mr. Bruce.
Seattle, 31-28.
31-28. Okay. In the beginning, when we were talking about this before all the playoffs started, I did have Patriots going to the Super Bowl, and my other team was me and Gary's favorite. We wanted was Chicago, but that did not transpire. So we have the Patriots, we have the Seahawks. I am going to go with the Seahawks, and I'm going to go with the Seahawks because I'm going to say not only is Sam Darnold going to do Sam Darnold things, but I think that what's going to stand out in this Super Bowl is going to be the Seahawks defense. The Seahawks defense is going to win this game.
Yep.
Boom.
I just can't. The Patriots can't have another dynasty, man. Like I can't deal with it right now. Not if we're winning 4 or 5 games a year.
I don't even if the Patriots win, I don't think they're in a dynasty mode yet. I think they just got they're decent, they're good, they got where they're at, and hats off to Mike Vrabel, getting them to that point. You know, first coaching for their first year and everything that's going on over there. So you know, not going to take nothing away from them guys over there. I don't think they would be a dynasty, even if they win this. I don't see them doing 2-3 in a row. Not going to happen.
Might be the start of it with their young quarterback and a new head coach. It's a shame we didn't have Vrabel and Berea. It'd be nice if we would have had him in our building.
Or a chance to draft Sam Darnold, right?
Yeah, Sam Darnold or Drake May or
You guys want to know the Cleveland Brownsiest thing we could do is bring in Coach Jared Mayo as our defensive coordinator.
There we go.
I can't wait for Sam Darnold to be the first one of that class. I mean, he's the first one of that class to be in the Super Bowl. And then if he wins it, I mean, it's just.
I'm rooting for him, man. He seems like a good dude. Minnesota fired their GM because of the move that he made by letting Darnold walk. So let's Josh Rosen's a banker now, so I guess we don't have to worry about him haunting us.
Jets, right, guys?
No, never.
And I believe the one he got hurt, I think, in the playoffs. Why can't his name's eluding me? Running back for Seahawks, the starting running back. Yeah, he's still out, right? He's done for the season. So yeah, that's that running.
Alexander?
No, that's old school.
Yeah.
Hey, Marshawn.
This goes to show you that defense could win championships unless you're the Cleveland Browns.
Then you win 5 games.
Defense can win championships, but you also have to have an offense come on the field.
You have to have a receiver.
Yeah.
And Jigba. I'm glad we don't draft these guys. I like Jigba. If he was on our team, he'd suck because we wouldn't know how to use him.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have time to throw the ball to him. So
we'll end on that note. No matter who we have, they're going to suck.
Today's show is sponsored by Rust Belt Automotive. Give them a call, 216-883-0474, or go check them out right at 4173 East 71st Street in awesome Cleveland, Ohio. And let's not forget the rest of our sponsors here, guys. We got Allstate, Doug White Allstate Insurance Agency. I'll give them a call, get a free quote today. They'll take care of you. Save me $60 a month. And Cleveland Ketchup, go there, check out all their sauces. They got chips. Use our code BEARDED for 10% off. Lego Heads Barbershop Saloon in beautiful Berea, Ohio. Go in there, give Marlon let Marlon fade you up. And then Bearded Bastards Barbecue Sauce. Use our code BEARDED15 for 15% off your order. Guys, check them out. Go give them a follow, and you will not be upset. That's why we let you all know who's got the best sauces in the land, and where you can get your car fixed, your hair cut. We help you out. We make you look good.
Covering all bases.
Yes. But until then, like we said, Tuesday, 7:30 with Barry Shuck. Angel and myself, Chad will not be out there. He's got a big doctor event, maybe a PFF meeting. Who knows? Yeah, we'll be live this Tuesday. Until then.
Yep.
Like, subscribe, share, and leave us a voicemail. Check out if you have anything that's going on, especially if we choose a defensive coordinator. Go to beardedbrowns.com, click the voicemail button there, and let us know what you think of who we choose here.
Yeah. Until next time, we'll see you here next Saturday.